Okay.
Hey, everybody. We are live. I am Haley Gray, and I am the group owner here on the Women's Entrepreneur Network. I am a digital marketing agency owner and business coach, and this is my dear friend, Victoria Bentley.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hashtag live. If you're on the
Hashtag
live
live.
or replay, let us know.
Yeah, let us know that you were here. Yeah.
We're sorry we weren't here last week, but last week was
It was one of those weeks.
the elevator on the Titanic.
Mm.
And if it could go wrong, it did.
I've had those kinds of weeks. I get plenty of those. So,
And then the next day, we got a foot of snow.
yeah.
So we worked for half a day, then we're sent home at noon. And Thursday we were closed and back on Friday. So, Haley, as you know, and perhaps the audience does not know, tomorrow at noon, I'm officially retired.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, look, when you own a business, you're never retired. You know what I mean? But
I get it.
I have relinquished my day-to-day activities as of tomorrow at noon. And there's a trash can next to me in case I throw up, because I just can't believe that this is happening. I mean, like, oh my word. I mean, how many times in your life have you said, oh, I want to be retired. I just want to, and I've said it. And now that I'm here, it's like, oh, I can't imagine life without, the day-to-day
job.
Yeah.
Work.
Abilities. Yeah.
Well, my understanding is that you're coming up with some new stuff, right?
Yes. And her name is Haley Gray, and she came up with all kinds of things.
And Haley's into all kinds of trouble.
And Bonnie
you guys didn't know him.
LLC has helped me put together my future. And you and I are going to cause trouble and write stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
And do business development and all kinds of fun stuff.
That's right. That's right. And I think for the next month, I'm going to not worry about it. I am going to take care of some of my responsibilities here at home that I've been putting off for about a year or longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get those started and then go from there. So It's really nice to be here, and it's really good to see you, and I missed you last week.
Good to see you too. And I'm really excited to be here.
Almost Christmas time. I have my...
Oh my gosh, right? Y'all pull up a beverage and let us know what you're drinking.
This is what I'm drinking. San Pellegrino, the Aranciata Rossa, which is blood orange, and it's really wonderful.
Oh, good.
It's not flavored water. I mean, it's 130 calories. So, I mean, it's a real soft drink or whatever you want to call that. But
it's full lead.
Just delicious. It is. It's not too sweet, and it's just, and there's one called Clementina that I like even better, but our governor has closed down our state, and it's really hard to get to most things. And a lot of our restaurateurs are striking and saying, pound sand, buddy, we are going to go out of business if we don't stay open. And he's saying, well, then I'll fine you $300 a day. And people are saying, please support us. And, so here we are.
And Betty Winthrop says she's drinking water. Yep. I'm having Fairlife milk because I drink a lot of Fairlife.
Is that the extra protein milk?
Mm-hmm. That's the extra protein milk.
How many grams of protein are in a glass?
13 per cup.
Oh, that's a lot.
So about 26 grams of protein in a glass. But I have to consume close to 200. Well, I have to consume a minimum of 120 grams of protein a day. Which is why you guys see me sitting here eating nuts, not because I'm a squirrel or not because I'm nuts. These are really, really good. These are the garlic, herb, and olive oil from Costco. These are really good.
Don't you just love going to Costco? I do.
Oh my gosh. You could just drop a paycheck at Costco, eating all the good things.
I know. It's dangerous to go in there hungry. I have a membership through work for Sam's. And Sam's is closer to the city near us. And then the Costco's about 25 minutes away in Lancaster. And I'll tell you what, it's night and day. Costco is so much nicer. But the food, it's like, oh, I'll take one of those and one of those and one of those and one of those. And okay, ma'am, your bill is $873.52. It's like, whoa. So
I bought this big pack of cheese last week. And apparently my children have fondness for good cheese. It's one of those, with the little slices of cheese, like the variety pack of 4 different kinds.
I know,
and normally we get the
at Costco. They send me a get well letter. If I'm not there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, my kids eat the little squares of cheese. I didn't realize that my children should have been named Ratfink or something.
No, you should have. No. I understood Ratfink 2 weeks ago. Ratfink, who decided to put ramen in the microwave for 13 minutes instead of 15 seconds and nearly burned the house down.
Yeah, that was crazy, right? But no, they've been eating cheese like, rats the whole week. It's been crazy, but it's amazing how you can go through an entire 2 or 3 pound package of cheese in 4 or 5 days. It's really stunning. Elaine says, I'm drinking sorrel, a part of the hibiscus family, a traditional drink made in Jamaica for the holidays. Cool. It has pimento seeds, gingers, sorrel steamed and sweetened to taste. You can add rum and wine to make it an adult beverage. Ooh, does yours have the adult beverage aspect, though, is what I want to know. We
have such a cosmopolitan audience. Oh, my gosh.
Do, right?
I'm usually just having a Coke. These people are drinking exotic foreign drinks.
Yeah, well, and my husband is apparently making some kind of mulled cider tonight.
My husband will say, baby, get me a Corona. Put the lime in the top. I mean...
No, mine is a beer snob. So he's a total beer, wine, food snob. It's really kind of funny. My kids are too.
Skinny guy.
Huh?
And he's a skinny guy.
Oh, he is very skinny. But he also bikes 20 miles a day when he bikes. And Elaine says, I do both so the kids can have some. Yeah, but he bikes and he swims competitively. And right now, because he doesn't want to swim under the bubble at the Y, he goes to the pool during the day that's open air.
What's under the bubble? I mean,
so you know how you get the big blow up bubbles that are over the pool kind of a thing? So he didn't want to go to one of those right now.
Wow.
But we have a couple places with those, but they don't have enough air exchange. So he's concerned about going into a place that's hot, muggy with low air exchange. And so he's doing the outdoor pool right now. That's the pool is heated, but it's, 30 degrees.
In Raleigh?
It was a low of 36 today and a high of 55. Not too bad.
Nice. It was 42 here. And I had a little bit of sun, mostly cloudy. Oh, wait, yesterday, mostly cloudy. Oh, wait, the day before, mostly cloudy. And it's been sunny all week cloudy since it snowed. Oh, the day after was sunny, and then it's been cloudy ever since.
Yeah, we haven't had much of any snow. We have had a couple of snowflakes. I'm actually kind of hoping that we're going to get some this weekend for Christmas because we had thunder last week.
Cool. Do you have a lot of thunderstorms in Raleigh in the spring and summer?
We do. And there's an old wives' tale, if you guys have heard it. I don't know if it's a thing where you are, that if you hear thunder in the winter, you're going to get snow 2 weeks later or 10 days later.
Never heard that.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what our weather is going to look like this week. But the weather it's been gorgeous all week. It was kind of crazy. But Saturday, it's supposed to be very cold with a windy and low of 27. So, it gets cold.
Low of 27 is very cold. Oh, my gosh. I guess for Raleigh, maybe it is.
Well, and Thursday, the high is supposed to be 65 degrees.
Oh, what a nice place to live.
Crazy stuff, right?
That sounds wonderful. So I got my office packed up today. I got a million phone calls taken care of today. Just little details. And I'm just thinking, tomorrow is it. Tomorrow is, and then Christmas. We just
the next phase of your life.
Yes, we were supposed to have Christmas dinner here, and we just canceled it because, it's getting a little dicey out there, and we thought, maybe this isn't a good time to do Christmas dinner.
I'm kind of watching my husband panicking because it's about to be Christmas. And I'm pretty sure with the shipping lag times and everything, I maintain a really extensive Amazon wish list, but he normally shops from that and you get your stuff within the next few days. But I'm pretty sure that the fact that I ordered some stuff 3 or 4 weeks ago that still isn't here. So I'm pretty sure the same may have happened to him. So
I think it's happening to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's about, why this year is so
I
hard.
overnighted somebody a package last week that took 3 days to get there.
How much did you pay for the overnight?
$50.
Money back. So I can tell you something I'm getting for Christmas that I wanted.
What you getting?
The Remarkable 2 tablet, since you're in a business that understands this stuff. It is a tablet that you write on that it's kind of like a grown-up Etch-a-Sketch. You can do whatever you want with it, and it goes to the cloud, or you send it all the stuff, converts it to text. It learns your handwriting. And anyway, so I'm going to be, and it has a really neat feel. It feels like you're writing on paper with a pen, and you can change the feel of the pen. If you want it to look like a calligraphy pen, or if you want it to be ultra fine or whatever, you can do that. And I am somebody who learns writing. When I take a lecture or something, I write notes. I do not type notes.
Well, it's a kinesthetic thing too.
Yes and no. For me, I have to focus on the typing so I don't hear what I'm being lectured. Whereas I can keep up with a lecture with handwriting, and I can, the hearing through my ears, through my brain, down my arm to my hand seems to be a learning process for me that's really good. But I don't have the same result when I type it.
It's not the same kinesthetic experience for you. And some people are kinesthetic learners where, the physical process of writing it out or doing certain actions actually causes our brains to learn. It's kind of cool.
Well, that works for me, which typing it does not. So, and all through law school, it was, hey, Bentley, can I buy your notes? Can I buy your notes? I wasn't there the other night because I could always keep up with, and this was, when I went to law school, we were still searching in the stacks. Nobody had computers. I can remember one person came up to me in my second year and said, "Are you online?" And I said, "I don't know. What is that?" I mean, it was that rare in law school. And then by the third year, we all were. So,
right. When did you go through law school?
Early 90s.
Okay, yeah. That was when I went through computer programming, computer science.
And people were buying AOL, and you were paying by the minute for it.
AOL online. Woohoo.
America.
$1 a minute.
I still have my AOL email. I love it.
And the 9600 baud modems.
Wow, that would be a lot back in those days.
Right?
And the sound of your modem connecting, your phone modem. Yeah. Anyway, I used to play bridge online with people from all over the United States. It was fabulous. So back to this retirement thing. I have given myself the luxury of taking a month. We'll see. I can make it longer or shorter, of chilling, making lists. I've already been doing that of the things that I've got to get done in my house that I've deferred. And then I get to work. I'm going to do some of my writing in between. But other than that, That's the only thing I'm going to do. So, I know we were very fortunate. We had some really good friends who were older than we were, and they did a lot of their traveling when they were in their 50s and early 60s. She said, you just don't know what's going to happen when you're in your 70s and you're retired. So we're going now. And sure enough, she got sick and she died.
Mm-hmm.
And she died last October, a year ago. And I learned that lesson from her that make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, my parents always swore they would.
Most of our traveling in the 50s, in our 50s. And, in the last couple of years, now that we're in our early 60s, but I'm really glad I did it because I'm not sure if we're ever going to travel again. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not willing to take the vaccine, and that might mean that I can't get on an airplane. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what I heard one of my favorite docs on the virus say the other day is, this has mutated, and he said, I'm not sure that the vaccine works on it.
That's correct.
So why would you take a vaccine on a retrovirus in the first place? Duh. That's just me, folks. I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV, but I'm not willing to risk my DNA being changed with a retrovirus vaccine. So anyway, that's my story.
Yep. I've got the kiddo doing research on this stuff, compiling data and research.
Well,
on stuff that's, a lot of different studies.
How do you know what you're getting? That's another thing. I don't even know what's real anymore. We live in an upside down world where medicine is politicized, and I'm just done with that. A bunch of people I know have decided to just go disappear. They've just decided they have places that they're moving to, and they're going to go off the grid, and they're going to say, done, not going to be a part of society anymore. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very interesting. It's very kind of pioneer spirit.
It's something, all right.
Well, they're going to go make their way and do their thing. And there'll be a community of them somewhere. So,
and it isn't a wonderful country that we live in that they can do that.
Isn't it? I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could move anywhere in the United States, where would you go?
Me?
Yeah.
I like where I live an awful lot, honestly.
Isn't that wonderful?
I really like living here. I live in North Carolina, for those of you that don't know. I live near Raleigh. I live near the state capitol. It's a really pretty part of the country, and we have a very high concentration of PhDs and universities and really cool jobs and things to do, and it's a lot of fun.
Wonderful. I think you live in a fabulous,
phenomenal food and lots of crazy Christmas lights.
I remember last time I was there, we went to a Peruvian chicken place, and it was like a takeout place. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, where I live, the only takeout is pizza or Chinese. Mm-hmm. And I said, what is Peruvian chicken? And they said, you'll love it. I did. And I thought, how cool is this?
Mm-hmm.
That's Raleigh, because probably somebody's Peruvian 3 doors down from you, and somebody's from someplace else across the street.
Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of Peruvian restaurants, a bunch of Mexican, Cuban, just lots of different Latino restaurants here, very large Latino culture and communities in this area. A lot of Spanish-speaking radios and churches, and but it's a real melting pot of an area because we have a lot of Vietnamese, a lot of Koreans, a lot of Chinese, a lot of both Cantonese and Mandarin speaking. We have one of the largest, if not the largest, Hindu temple in the Southeast.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's beautiful.
But, part of the Hispanic culture that you have is that, I know this from when I was practicing law, you all didn't require proof of citizenship to get a driver's license. And so a lot of the illegal aliens who lived here came from North Carolina, where they got their driver's license, and many were automatically registered to vote. So all kinds of illegals were voting with their driver's license because I'm a motor voter. And they came up here and it was assumed, well, you've got a driver's license, you must be a citizen. And so it goes.
Yeah, now they're doing the real ID. So you actually have to bring in a birth certificate and proof of citizenship and your social security card.
Little late. Well, social security cards are a dime a dozen.
Right. Well,
there's a little late for that now that the election's over, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it's been happening for probably 2 or 3 years now. The real ID is going to be required to fly, and they're converting over to like all of the driver's licenses. All the new driver's licenses
or
are
you
going to
can
be
have
real
a passport. ID. You don't need real ID. You can fly with a passport.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a federal ID, or you can fly with a pilot's license. Anyway, so is your house all decorated?
It's been decorated as it's going to be. Most of the decorations are actually behind me. We have the tree up and a couple of lights on the front porch and stuff, and that's about it.
Me too. If I send you a picture of my front porch, can we put it up?
I can try.
Okay, we'll send a picture of the front porch. I had a very pretty front porch that I did for the first time this year. Mm-hmm. And I'm really happy with it. And I wanted to.
I got a narwhal for my birthday. A light up Christmas narwhal.
Well,
and so he's sitting on the front porch with the 2 seals.
Yeah, you told me. Anyway, I just sent you the picture of my front porch. And it looks like there's an animal.
Did you text it to me?
I texted it to you.
Okay, when I see it pop up, I will pop it up on the screen. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun doing the Christmas stuff and the holiday stuff. It's been kind of like the Christmas that won't quit this year, though. Oh, that is so pretty. For us, it's been a lot of fun. My 17-year-old has been snagging things kind of. It's kind of an interesting world where I need him to try on stuff because the window to return things sometimes is shorter than it is the window of time between
or you can't return them at all because of COVID.
Well, it depends on what it is. So anyway, so he keeps snagging stuff. So it's been the week-long or the months-long Christmas project. And that is so pretty. Now, what are the balls that are hanging?
That's fruit. If you get close, it's kind of like a Delarobia. And it's fruit. Cool.
So pretty.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous of your front door because mine is wooden as well. And our finish just keeps peeling. So we finally just gave up and painted it.
Well, I get it refinished every couple of years.
Well, we did that too. But it was like less than 12 months before it started cracking and peeling in between.
Why is that? Is it the weather? What is it?
I think it's the sun beating down on it directly.
Okay. And the sun does not beat down on this directly.
Yeah, our front door faces directly west.
Is it west?
Straight into the afternoon sun. But that's really pretty. I'd love to see other people's front doors. Because I love Christmas decorations. I torture my family by driving around and looking at Christmas decorations.
I love it. There's a house in my old neighborhood that was a large estate that they've divided up, and they've done it really strangely, but it has a very sloping, long front yard. There are 200 lighted deer in this
200.
house. 200. I mean, life-size lighted deer. And all the neighbors are pissing and moaning about, oh, this is so tacky. And I think, no, it's not. It's really pretty. At nighttime, the little twinkle lights on this thing, the little white lights on the deer, it's gorgeous. I love going and looking at Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
I have a cousin in the West End of Richmond, and her husband does the house in Christmas lights at Christmas, so much so that he's ended up on the news in Scandinavia because it looks so much like the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not tacky. It's just a lot of lights. It's a lot of lights. And
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, to light it up at Thanksgiving was so pretty. And anyway.
Yeah, I wish we had more lights in our yard than we do, but we don't.
Another year.
Another year. Yeah. I looked at having somebody come this year and put lights up in my trees, and I just couldn't get them to show up and do it. I don't know
When
what's
they wrap them this way and go out the branches, that is so lovely.
Mm-hmm. And I have 4 or 5 big crepe myrtles in front of my house that would, and a couple of dogwood trees and a cherry tree that would be amazing.
It would be. I know those trees in your yard. That would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Christmas star? Because it was cloudy here, and I haven't
seen it.
It is.
It's the
Jupiter and Saturn.
Jupiter and Saturn, yeah. And my husband has been out like agog at it every night. The conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, and it's actually appearing as a calendar entry on the calendar right now. On our family calendar, he has marked the times when it is in the sky on the calendar. Because, geeks.
Because it's beautiful, and the last time was 1623, and
that's really cool.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to go out and see it, but it's cloudy, so
bummer.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, the Christmas star.
Yeah, maybe I'll see it for retirement.
Maybe.
That would be rather touching.
Mm.
So, what
symbolic
traditions do you do in your household for Christmas this week?
So we make a birthday cake for the baby Jesus. And that's something that we do every year. And we go to church on Christmas Eve. This year it's going to be drive-in.
Okay.
So we have the drive-in.
What kind of cake?
Usually chocolate. I'm not sure what my husband's going to make. Cake baking is his thing. So kind of curious to see what kind of cake we're going to have. Will it be chocolate? Probably. I'm hoping there is a particular chocolate cake that he makes that has a chocolate and peanut butter ganache on top. A chocolate layer of ganache and a peanut butter layer of ganache. Let's be clear. And then he has this other chocolate recipe that he does that's called Death by Chocolate. But he would have had to have started cooking by now in order to be done with it in time. So I don't know what we're going to have. The Death by Chocolate is 1,300 calories a slice.
That's Death by Chocolate, all right.
Yeah, it's got like a layer of meringue, a couple of layers of mousse, layers of dark chocolate, layers of medium chocolate, more chocolate, chocolate meringue, chocolate. Ganache, chocolate, more ganache, chocolate chips. It's like 23 layers of chocolate. Wow. So if you like chocolate, Death by Chocolate's an amazing cake.
And what do you do?
What do I do? Nothing really exciting. We open like one gift on Christmas Eve, and then we open the rest on Christmas Day. I'm actually kind of under the gun right now because normally I would have my presents wrapped, and there are stacks of boxes from Amazon sitting over there. And it's actually kind of mildly terrifying.
When I was in law school, I used to hire myself out to wrap presents. And they'd set up a card table, get me a Coke, and I will wrap your presents. And it was so fun.
Oh, nice.
And I used to have a hot tub in this room, and it was like chest height. So it was a great way to wrap. You weren't bending over. It was great. But I don't have that anymore. I have a sofa instead, and I like it much better. The old hot tub in here. So, yeah.
Well, kind of.
Be very quiet. We're going to have a really quiet Christmas, and we are psyched about that.
Yeah, we've done, what's kind of interesting is that most years for Christmas, I mean, we've had a few years where we've maybe traveled with my sister-in-law. This year was like the first year in a long time that we maybe were going to go on a cruise again for Christmas. but then COVID. So I don't know that it's going to happen next year either.
I don't know if there's going to be an industry if this keeps going.
Exactly. So, normally it's just us. I mean, it's long been just us after my parents passed away. But we never really had the tradition of traveling to my parents. They would always travel to us.
That's nice of them.
Before they moved here. Well, I made it kind of a point when we got married that we were not traveling for the holidays. We would come and see you 23 other times during the year, but we were not getting on the highways for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And
I think that's really good. With children, I think that's really good.
And we did that before we even had children. We did it back in 92 when we got married. And I can't say I regret making that decision for the most part, because we've managed to largely avoid most of the crazy Christmas traffic. The only times we've not is like when we've gone to go visit my brother in Florida, like the week after Christmas. And Orlando is just like crazy. Yeah. Not traveling is a great idea. It's so stressful. It is so stressful. And the thing about traveling for Christmas is a lot of times it's just, it's 3 times as expensive. We've literally had it. Normally, Orlando is a 9-hour and 15-minute drive from door to door to get from here to like.
That's not bad.
No, but we've had it literally take 22 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Because the traffic on I-95 gets so bad the week between Christmas and New Year that it's unbearable. So we've just really kind of, every once in a while we'll break out of that shell and be like, well, maybe it's not so bad. And then it really is every time.
Wow.
Every single time.
Yeah, it's a long haul from here. I've done it a couple of times, and I live in Florida part of the year, and I much prefer flying to driving. I gotta tell you, but
and we would prefer flying for the most part too, except for the fact that there's, up until recently 6 of us in the family, not counting if we had my parents with us. So 6 times 300, and suddenly you've added another $1,800 plus to the cost of the trip, plus the cost of transportation on the far side, plus parking the vehicle at the airport or whatever. And I mean, it added like $2,500 just
$300
to the ticket.
is the deal for Christmas flying. I mean, up here, for me to fly to Florida could be $1,000 at Christmas.
Exactly. I mean, but you get the idea that the numbers are just not in our favor.
It's not reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, for it to be a 9-hour drive most of the time, it's just not worth,
I get it.
How many, what's your time worth? Okay, well. And then the other thing too has always been me having a car on the far end. It has always been nice to have a car when we get there.
It's really nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Nice to have it be Christmas week.
Oh yeah.
And it's retirement week. And
amazing. And all the hijinks that are going on in my house, some of which I can't repeat on air.
Oh, yeah. You told me some of them.
Yes, I can't repeat those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the boys are just having a lot of fun. My boys have been provoking each other nonstop. I mean, I kind of had at one point thought that maybe they would outgrow it. But I assure you that the second that my younger one came home from boarding school, the 2 of them have been nonstop trash talking each other.
Oh, that's funny.
We've had nonstop trash talk for over a month at this point, and it's actually gotten progressively more absurd.
But it's a happy house. It's lively and it's fun, and you're
very happy. All right.
Yeah. And
she's stealing my chocolate.
A cat is stealing your chocolate?
Oh no, not the cat.
The daughter.
The daughter is stealing my chocolate.
You ate all the raspberry.
I did not eat all the raspberry. If somebody ate all the raspberry, it was your brother. Oh, wow. I got his stuff.
Wait a minute. Is that the chocolate that you brought me from that wonderful?
No, I got one of my friends gave me a big, huge honking bag of Ghirardelli chocolate for my birthday. And apparently the bag was not big enough because it's been open for about 4 or 5 days and it's like half gone.
I know a lot of women who cannot live without chocolate. Are you one of them?
Not really. I mean, I eat some chocolate, but I haven't eaten but like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of that at most. It's my children. They find the snacks on my desk and they have figured out that all the best snacks are on mom's desk.
I have a house sitter like that. I mean, I can hide things and she finds them.
Oh, no.
If I really want to hide it, I got to move it off site.
Yeah, see, my children just eat my snacks. They come in and they graze my desk.
That's funny.
It's where all the best snacks are.
Where all the good things are. Well,
yeah.
I'm
excited
I got a lot of cooking done early in the week. We had guests for dinner on Sunday. We had an impromptu dinner party, which was really fun. And fabulous conversation with fascinating people. And I had a wonderful time. It was like having Christmas dinner. And now that Christmas dinner is upon us and the news has changed, people are a little hesitant to go out for Christmas dinner. Mark and I were a little hesitant to host it. And we said, all right, we're going to have it in a month. We'll do it in a month. And that's kind of nice. So we'll just make dinner for ourselves unless somebody changes their mind. I think we're going to just do it ourselves.
Yeah, we're having, so tomorrow I'm supposed to cook something. I don't remember what's on the menu. And then Thursday we're making homemade lasagna because my kids love lasagna.
That's what I did for Sunday for my dinner party. Lasagna.
And then Christmas is some variety of cake. Lord only knows what will happen. It depends on what my husband decides. And we're having Chinese food for lunch because we can order takeout. And then we're going to have beef tenderloin with a million sides for dinner that I got as the meal thing from HelloFresh. And it was pretty hysterical today because David is the unloader of the HelloFresh boxes. He has a way that he unloads the boxes and puts the things into the fridge and they have to be stacked just so. And I give him the honor of opening the box and seeing what's inside because he helps with the meal planning. And he starts pulling the food out and he's got like 1 bag of Brussels sprouts and then another bag of Brussels sprouts. And then he's got bags of carrots and he gets really excited about bags of carrots. So it was pretty cute.
Do you like HelloFresh the best?
I do.
I used to do that and I don't do it anymore.
It's a little bit expensive, but I figure it's a lot less expensive than taking 5 of us out to dinner.
Well, or, taking the time to go grocery shopping week after week after week. I really like it when somebody else decides. And when I was working a lot and when I was working tight hours, that was a really good thing for us. We had someone working in our house for 24 hours a week, taking care of us. We had HelloFresh for 5 nights a week, and it really was good. And we could just go work and not think about any of the stuff. Everything was taken care of for us, and that's what we needed.
And I used to have a person who would come to our house, do washing, ironing, folding, putting everything away, and then cook dinner and do all the grocery shopping. And then we would have somebody else who did light housekeeping around the house. If you guys are wondering how I survived my MBA, that's part of it. But what we find with HelloFresh is I just don't have to make decisions about the food. I can plan the meals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out. And I know, this is what's coming and this is when it's coming. And
And this is what we're having.
And this is what we're having. And it makes it very, very easy.
I really like that. I think that the decision making is the hardest part. It's like, oh, what are we having for dinner tonight? And that way, HelloFresh, it's taken care of. You mix and move on.
Well, and the other thing, and if you guys want coupons, message me. I can give you coupons for HelloFresh because I have several free meals I can give away. And I have several like severely reduced cost meals options. But there's actually a lot of science behind the decision making. There are a lot of very powerful men, Obama, Trump, most men who are in executive level positions have like 2 or 3 suits that they wear, and they don't choose what they eat for dinner. It's chosen for them, and they don't have to choose what they're wearing every day, and they don't have to make all these decisions because decision fatigue is the thing.
Decision making goes to the business, which is where it needs to be.
So the decision making is spent on the things that are important and not on what's for dinner. And it's amazing how
I believe you only have so much decision making.
I believe it. Yeah, I'm a big believer in it. And I'm a big believer. I was able to finally start doing meal planning and do that because I was able to start doing it a week or 2 at a time. And I can put the entire grocery list together in 15 to 20 minutes for the entire week. And my husband does the grocery shopping. And between HelloFresh and everything just showing up on the doorstep, there's no brain power going on. Except for that little bit of time.
Well put, because you get overwhelmed with decisions. There's just so many things, and then you're tired. And I don't have the luxury of that. I have to get decisions made that are pertinent to business. And so if I'm like, oh, is it meatloaf or is it lasagna? That's just brain power I don't want to use. It's the way I am.
Yeah, no, for me, it's one of those things that you learn pretty quickly. I mean, and even things like choosing what you're going to wear for clothing. There's a lot to be said. Women spend a lot of time, and I mean, we critique each other. Is the hairstyle right or the accessories right? And are we wearing the right pants with the right shirt, with the right bottoms, I have a very limited number of pair of shoes, a very limited number of pair of pants. All of my tops and all my bottoms go together.
That's really neat. I have, I'm not like that. I have a lot of things that I have, but I also find that I go to the same thing over and over again. I kind of have a uniform, and it's a comfort zone for me. And part of that is going to change because I'm going to address my closet and address the accessibility to what I wear, and get it organized, that this goes with this, goes with this. And yeah. Kind of where I am. So
that's pretty awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
Likewise.
I know that many people are alone, and this has been probably the hardest year in 100 years to be alone. And it's going to get better. It's just not better yet.
Yeah.
And
I'm a big believer. It's, one day at a time.
And if that's too much, break it down to an hour.
Or a minute. Baby steps.
I'm grateful for you, Haley Gray. Merry Christmas.
For you too. Merry Christmas, Victoria. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Guys.